Hi everybody, I'm Mrs. Turnberg. I'm the speech language pathologist at Birchland Park Middle School. Today I'm going to be reading you the Wuggy Norpal story by Daniel M. Pinkwater and pictures by Tommy DePaula. In a little house in a little village not far away from Thunderbolt City lived a whistle fixer named Lunchbox Louie. He had a wife named Bigfoot the Chipmunk and a little son named King Waffle. Every day, Lunchbox Louie would kiss Bigfoot the Chipmunk and King Waffle and walk to his shop in Thunderbolt City. Bigfoot the Chipmunk would wave goodbye to Lunchbox Louie until he was out of sight. Then she would sweep the floors, make the beds, and chop up onions for supper. King Waffle would sit in his backyard, hitting a big rock with a little hammer. Some days, King Waffle would walk with his mother, Bigfoot the Chipmunk, through the streets of the little village and out into the fields. Some days, they would walk all the way to a little lake called Norsewort Pond. Bigfoot the Chipmunk would bring some food in a basket, and she and King Waffle would sit beside Norsewort Pond, eating a picnic lunch and playing with the wild caterpillars that lived there. In the evening, Lunchbox Louie would come home from Thunderbolt City. Bigfoot the Chipmunk and King Waffle would be waiting in the doorway when he came up the road. Lunchbox Louie would always bring something from the city for Bigfoot the Chipmunk and King Waffle. Sometimes he would bring a coconut. Sometimes he would bring a pair of eyeglasses made out of candy. Once he brought a rubber turtle that danced on a string. Bigfoot the Chipmunk would fry up the onion she had chopped that morning. After supper, the family would sit outside the house, and Lunchbox Louie would play tunes on a whistle he had made from a carrot. One evening, when Lunchbox Louie came back from Thunderbolt City, he had a special present for King Waffle. It was a little orange kitten. King Waffle named the kitten Wuggy Norpal. The next morning, when Lunchbox Louie had left for his shop in Thunderbolt City, and Bigfoot the Chipmunk had waved goodbye until he was out of sight, after Bigfoot the Chipmunk had swept the floors and made the beds and chopped up the onions for supper, King Waffle sat in the sun in the backyard, hitting the big rock with a little hammer, and Wuggy Norpal pounced on his feet and played with his toes. When Lunchbox Louie came home that night, he noticed something. He noticed that Wuggy Norpal was a bigger kitten than she had been the day before. "She's as big as a bulldog," Lunchbox Louie said. "She doesn't seem any bigger to me," Bigfoot the Chipmunk said. "Maybe you're still getting used to her." The next day, when Lunchbox Louie was about to leave to walk to his shop in Thunderbolt City, just before he kissed Bigfoot the Chipmunk and King Waffle goodbye, he looked at the cat, Wuggy Norpal. He thought Wuggy Norpal was a bigger cat than she had been the night before. "It seems to me that she is just a little bigger than a bulldog," Lunchbox Louie said. "She seems the same size as before to me," Bigfoot the Chipmunk said. "Maybe you are not used to seeing her in the sunshine." Lunchbox Louie walked away from the little house slowly. He walked away from the little village slowly. He walked toward Thunderbolt City slowly. He was thinking about Wuggy Norpal, the orange cat, and how she seemed just a little bigger than a bulldog. When Lunchbox Louie came home from Thunderbolt City that night, he had something under his arm. Bigfoot the Chipmunk and King Waffle could see it a long way off. It was something big and white. When Lunchbox Louie got closer, they could see that it was a bulldog. Lunchbox Louie put the bulldog down next to Wuggy Norpal. "This is Freckle-Faced Chilibean," Lunchbox Louie said. "As you can see, Freckle-Faced Chilibean is a bulldog, and as you can see, Wuggy Norpal is just a little bigger than he is. I hope you are satisfied." think Freckle-Faced Chili Bean is a little bit bigger than Wuggy Norple, Bigfoot the Chipmunk said. They look about the same size to me, King Waffle said. Wuggy Norple growled at Freckle-Faced Chili Bean, and Freckle-Faced Chili Bean ran and hid under the sofa. The next morning, when Lunchbox Louie was about to leave for the shop in Thunderbolt City, he said, "Wuggy Norple has grown during the night. Now anybody can see that she is bigger than Freckle-Faced Chili Bean. In fact, she is almost as big as a 6-year-old razorback hog. It does seem to me that Wuggy Norple is a tiny bit bigger than Freckle-Faced Chili Bean," Bigfoot the Chipmunk said. "But she is nowhere near as big as a 6-year-old razorback hog," King Waffle said. Lunchbox Louie walked away from his little house slowly. He was thinking about Wuggy Norple, about how she was almost as big as the 6-year-old razorback hog. During the day, Wuggy Norple made friends with Freckle-Faced Chili Bean, and they chased each other around the rock while King Waffle sat hitting it with his little hammer. That night, when Bigfoot the Chipmunk and King Waffle and Wuggy Norple and Freckle-Faced Chili Bean went to the door to wait for Lunchbox Louie to arrive home from Thunderbolt City, they could see that he was carrying something very heavy. He was walking slowly and stopping to rest every few steps. When he got closer, they saw that he was carrying a big hog. "This is Paper Cup Mixmaster," Lunchbox Louie said. "As you can see, Paper Cup Mixmaster is a 6-year-old razorback hog, and as you can see, Wuggy Norple is almost as big as he is." "Oh, Wuggy Norple isn't that big," Bigfoot the Chipmunk said. "Wuggy Norple isn't even half as big," King Waffle said. The next morning, Lunchbox Louie said, "Look, Wuggy Norple is bigger than Paper Cup Mixmaster." "Well, almost as big," Bigfoot the Chipmunk said. "Maybe a tiny bit bigger," King Waffle said. "Bigger!" Lunchbox Louie shouted. "Bigger, bigger, bigger! She's as big as a young horse!" Lunchbox Louie walked slowly away from the little house. During the day, King Waffle helped his mother, Bigfoot the Chipmunk, build a pen for Paper Cup Mixmaster. That night, when Bigfoot the Chipmunk and King Waffle and Wuggy Norple and Freckle-Faced Chili Bean and Paper Cup Mixmaster went to the door to wait for Lunchbox Louie to come home from Thunderbolt City, they saw that he was carrying something very big and very heavy. "This is Exploding Pop-Tart," Lunchbox Louie said. "As you can see, Exploding Pop-Tart is a young horse. And as you can see, Wuggy Norple is every bit as big as Exploding Pop-Tart. I hope you are satisfied." "Nonsense," said Bigfoot the Chipmunk. "A cat can't be as big as a young horse." "Wuggy Norple isn't anywhere near as big as Exploding Pop-Tart," King Waffle said. The next morning, Lunchbox Louie said, "As I live and breathe, Wuggy Norple has gotten even bigger. She's even bigger than Exploding Pop-Tart." "Not at all," said Bigfoot the Chipmunk. "Not at all," said King Waffle. "Not at all," shouted Lunchbox Louie. "She's as big as an elephant. You'll see." During the day, King Waffle rode Exploding Pop-Tart around the backyard. Paper Cup Mixmaster snuffled and grunted in his pen, and Freckle-Faced Chili Bean and Wuggy Norple chased each other around the house. In the evening, when Bigfoot the Chipmunk and King Waffle and Wuggy Norple and Freckle-Faced Chili Bean and Paper Cup Mixmaster and Exploding Pop-Tart went to the door to wait for Lunchbox Louie, they saw that he was carrying something very, very big and gray. "This is Laughing Gas Alligator," said Lunchbox Louie, who was all out of breath. "As you can see, Laughing Gas Alligator is an Indian elephant. And as you can see, Wuggy Norpal, the cat, is just exactly the same size as the elephant." "You know, actually they do seem to be about the same size," said Bigfoot the chipmunk. "They are exactly the same size," said King Waffle. "Well, finally," said Lunchbox Louie. The next day was Saturday, and Lunchbox Louie didn't have to go to work. So he took Bigfoot the Chipmunk and King Waffle and Wuggy Norpal and Freckle-Faced Chili Bean and Paper Cup Mixmaster and Exploding Pop-Tart and Laughing Gas Alligator and a big basket of lunch, and they all went to Nosewort Pond for a picnic. The end.
Hi, I'm Hayden Beecher, a 6th grade student at Berkshire Park Middle School, and I'm reading today The Pigeon Needs a Bath by Mo Williams. Hi, I don't know if you've noticed, but the pigeon is filthy, so I could use your help because the pigeon needs a bath. That is just a matter of opinion. What a kidder, I don't really need a bath. I took one last month. I think it was last month. Clean, dirty, they're just words, right? I feel clean. Maybe you need a bath. Yeah, and when was the last time you had a bath? Oh, that was pretty recently. Life is so short. Why waste it on unimportant things like taking a bath? What smell? I don't smell anything. And if I do, it's a very normal smell for a pigeon. You know, in some places it is impolite to bathe. All of these flies buzzing around me are really coincidental. P.U. Yuck. Let's get out of here. Take a bath, dude. Okay, fine. If it means so much to you, I'll take a bath. Whoa. I'm not going to like this one bit. This water is too hot. Too cold. Too deep. Not deep enough. Too lukewarm. Too hot. Too cold. Now it's too hot again. Too wet. Too cold. Too reflective. Not enough toys. Too many toys. That is still too hot. Well, I guess this is okay. Splash. Hey, this is fun. Wash, wash, washy. I love bubbles. Look at my wrinkly toes. La, 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 singing in the tub. This is the life. Hello? Hello. How are you? I'm fine. I'm a fish. I'm a fish. 10 hours later. Can I stay in the tub forever?
Hello everyone! My name is Abby and welcome to a book read where I'm going to be reading one of my childhood favorites called Walter, the Farting Dog. Trouble at the Yard Sale. It is by William Caswinkle and Glenn Murray. So, since this is a picture book, I'm going to be showing the pictures right over here in this area, and I'll be reading it in my lap. Also, I am not a professional fart noise maker, and I will be making fart noises since this is a farting dog book. So, if they're not good, I'm sorry. I hope you enjoy. All the other tables at the big yard sale were very crowded with customers. "We haven't sold a thing," said Father. "Nobody even comes near us." Walter farted. He was happy to be here even if nobody bought anything. Betty and Billy were bored.
"Can we go get some ice cream?"
"Get one for me," said Father. Betty said,
"We'll get one for you too, Walter."
Walter farted happily. There we go. "I'll mark everything down to a nickel," said Father to Walter, but still nobody came near their table. "Oh, I wonder why," asked Walter, farting thoughtfully. Finally, a man came over to Father's table. "How's business?" "Terrible," said Father. Walter farted. Interesting dog, said the man. Is he for sale? Father looked slowly around to see if Betty and Billy were near. $10, said Father. Walter looked at Father. But I'm your friend. I'm the family dog. Leash included, said Father. That guy looks a little weird. When Betty and Billy returned, Father was counting the money that the man has given him. Where's Walter? They asked. Father looked around. Oh, he must have wandered off. He'll be back. Father ate his ice cream. Then he ate Walter's. Betty and Billy ran through the neighborhood calling, Walter, where are you? Walter was fastened to a fart catcher.
You're gonna blow up these balloons,
said his new owner.
Get busy.
Walter felt awful. Betty, Billy, where are you? He couldn't move. All he could do was fart. The balloon inflated.
Now another.
Walter farted. The second balloon inflated.
You've got 15 more to go. Eat your beans.
While Walter tooted, the man got dressed in a clown suit.
It's for a children's party, said the clown.
Well, at least it's for children, thought Walter, and farted. This dog's got some serious gas problems. Another balloon inflated. Walter, called Betty and Billy.
We miss you.
Walter missed them too, but all he could do was eat beans and blow up balloons. It's for a good cause, said the clown. When all the balloons were inflated, he gathered them up. Don't leave me, barked Walter, but he was stuck in the fart catcher, and the clown was gone. Downtown, a security guard was surprised to see a clown enter the bank, carrying a big bunch of balloons. Going to make a deposit? Asked the guard, smiling.
Deposit this.
The clown handed the guard a balloon. Thanks, said the guard.
You're welcome,
said the clown, and stuck a pin in the balloon. The balloon popped. A rush of gas hit the guard, and then he sank to the floor. The clown laughed behind his big red nose. It was a secret gas mask. He turned to some nearby customers and popped another balloon. The customers sank to the floor.
Give me the money,
The clown yelled, waving his big bunch of balloons.
or I'll pop every one of them.
Give him what he wants, choked the bank manager, tears streaming down her face. The clown grabbed the sack of money and backed out the door. He jumped into his funmobile and made his escape. He's got a weird-looking car, don't you think? Walter was finishing the last of the beans when the door flew open and the clown came in. He dropped the sack of money on the floor and he turned on the TV. Today, said the announcer, a bank robber dressed as a clown used an unknown gas to get away with a fortune. Nice work, partner, said the clown to Walter with a sinking feeling. Walter realized he'd been farting his heart out for a crime, not for a children's party, not for a good cause. The clown lit a $50 cigar.
You'll have the best money beans can buy.
He opened a fresh bag of balloons and attached them to the fart catcher.
Get busy, fart face. I'm robbing another bank tomorrow.
The clown reached up to adjust the first balloon.
I smell a leak,
He said. The glowing end of his cigar met the stream of escaping gas. The fart catcher exploded! Walter was launched across the room. The clown was blown through the TV screen. He got what he deserved. Walter snatched up the stack of money, and with his tail still smoking, he ran home. $100 bills fluttering behind him. He's back! Cried Betty and Billy, opening the door. We're rich! Cried Father, clutching fistfuls of money. You're under arrest, said a policeman. He had followed the trails of bills across town. Walter tugged at the policeman's sleeve. He wants you to follow him, said Mother. Walter led the police back to the clown's hideout. The clown was still trying to pull himself out of the TV set when they snapped on the handcuffs. Good dog, said Father. Great dog, said the policeman. Careful with those balloons, said the other policeman. They threw a big party for Walter. We all feel safer with Walter among us, said a bank manager. He's a true hero of our time, said the mayor. The crowd cheered, and Walter farted. That was a good one. No one could be more proud than we are, said Father. Proud to call Walter our very own. I hoped you guys enjoyed that book reading. I hope to do this again. This was really fun. And I hope you enjoyed my voices and my fart impressions. Alright, bye for now.
This is Darla. Today we will be reading Little P by Amy Krauss Rosenthal, illustrated by Jen Korus. This is the story of Little P, Mama P, and Papa P. Little P was a happy little guy. He liked to do a lot of things. He liked rolling down hills, for example, super fast. He liked hanging out with his pea pals. He liked it when Papa P came home at the end of the day. Papa P would fling Little P off a spoon high into the air, and Little P would scream, "Again, again!" At bedtime, Little P very much liked snuggling with Mama P and hearing stories about what Mama P was like when she was a little P. But there was one thing that Little P did not like. Candy. That's what you have to eat for dinner every night when you're a P. Candy, candy, candy. Monday, red candy. Tuesday, orange candy. Wednesday, yellow candy. Thursday, purple and pink polka dot candy. Friday, striped candy. Saturday, swirly candy. Sunday, rainbow candy. Little P hated all of it. If you want to grow up to be a big, strong P, you have to eat your candy, Papa would say. If you don't want to finish, then you can't have dessert, Mama P would say. How many pieces do I have to eat? 5 pieces and you can have dessert. 5 pieces, he whined. 5 pieces, they chimed. One, yuck. 2, black. 3, click. 4, play. 5 pieces of candy. Now can I have dessert? Yes, now you can have dessert, said Mama and Papa P. Little P couldn't wait to see what it was. Spinach, squealed Little P, my favorite! Little P licked his dessert plate clean. Yum, yum, extra yum. And they lived happily ever after. The end. Till next time.